Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is the game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Deaniks. He's a Japanese player, and for me it is the Allied side. And we arrived already the 16th December 41 turn. Slowly but steadily, Luzon will fall to the Japanese. Here's one sub-attack or engagement with an enemy destroyer. Pity. That was Congo. And the enemy submarine has a entries of Palmbang. At the end, both subs can escape. And once again. The Gibble Islands also almost changing colors. Damage Betty over Manila, but not much more action here, but maybe this is good. Raiding or sweeping over Clarkfield, Singapore. I still avoid this pure dogfights. I'm waiting that any strike aircraft will join. And it looks like these are still long-range sweeps. I maybe could try to battle this kind of sweeps, because damage aircraft will normally always be lost for Japan. Good, some Jakes are also making here navy attacks, or sweep plus strafing. And the lonely cargo ship at Hong Kong, damaged. So maybe the next cargo ship I will lose. Strike on Hong Kong. My base force is trying to reach Molmine. And Changsha airfield is also under attack. I still reform some Chinese fighter wings with P-40s. But it's very slow. China have not really enough aviation support. Not so early in the war. My Bufus is retreating out of Kota Buru, but it's jungle, so not too much damage. More sweeps. This amount of high concentration of zeros over Clarkfield really let me not try to cap this, but at least I can still improve the quality of my pilots a little better, that I maybe reach something like 60-60. NJ's still bombing my cargo ships. Still, the damage against my forces is very low overall. I try to avoid at the end a direct confrontation so early. So the next base in Malaysia fall to the Japanese. That is okay. This is a rail between Beijing and Shanghai, also now open for the Japanese. My unit is forced back to the swamp. And the next attack on Hong Kong. But my forces can hold once more. And I inflict even more casualties, but of course the Japanese are only disabled, and for me it is now dying. In Johor, I tried to move out of the hex, but some units are simply too slow. And now I am kicked out of the town, and yeah, this time I have a lot of destroyed stuff. Yeah, but I think the Australian forces are still okay. This was more this Malayan support troopers are dying. Still unlucky that because I was not sure if I walk in move mode, I could reach Singapore, but if there's an airstrike and will flip me back to combat mode, I'm not so sure. So I was trying to move in combat mode that I don't lose cohesion, but then I was looks like 1 or 2 miles too slow. It was always a little gamble. Anyway, see you soon. So at the end, yeah, the battle at Singapore wasn't maybe not so in my favor. I lost there some units, but at least equipment. Air war, Japan lost again 6 airframes, but most of them are, I think, related to flak damage, direct flak kill, or ops losses by damaged aircraft. And for me, it was 1 or 2 ships sunk, lost. Here was reported only 1 ship. I thought it was 2, but okay. Here at Pearl Harbor, no real change. I still see that submarines are here, but I guess I must wait. That maybe the submarines are leaving Pearl Harbor and some submarines going to the coast of California and others are retreating to Japan. But I will monitor the situation. Repair work on my ships are still going fine. You can see 4 battleships, 3 heavy cruisers are under repair and some other smaller equipment. But I lost no battleship at the opening phase, so that is fine. Of course, all of these battleships are very slow. They cannot run away, they cannot catch anyone. They're really more like a bombardment task force. So attacking them at day 1, I don't know what really helps. It's maybe still better really at day 1 to only attack the airfield and trash the enemy air force at Pearl Harbor, but everyone must decide this. So ships are going in and out. Carrier is still undetected, no detection level, so I'm fine. I'm now also too far away from any other Japanese location. So I need more time to reach San Francisco, or even maybe I have to go directly to Los Angeles. But this is okay. I already create here my task forces and supply lines, but I talked before about this, so I can skip this. I see no enemy submarines here, so moving in out of Australia again. So far no enemy detection. I try to form up a task force and army corps unit or army front at Townsville, because maybe there's a direct invasion of East Australia and bypassing everything else would be risky, and I don't know why someone would try this, but possible. So I think I turn up. Oh no, I have here still some ships loaded, so I can bring in maybe. No, they are all full. So what is left is really very little equipment. The base force I can still airlift, and this unit I must try to maybe make 1 more cargo ship run to take them off out of Rabaul. No, we see. But the Japanese presence, I think, will be increasing. So maybe soon they are carriers, and I don't know. What I can do is see is Charlotte, the light carrier, is coming from the north, and Saratoga, no, Lexington is coming from south. So I will build up here my new carrier East Australia division. Of course, only 2 carriers. But this will help me to at least fight with enemy cruisers, destroyers, and cargo ship. I cannot take on enemy carrier divisions, but yeah. All the rest is still fine. Nothing Dutch East Indies, this is all fine. I lost here the battle because I was really a little too slow, unluckily. But the Australian division is still fine. TOE is still over 100%. And yeah, other units are maybe not so nice more, but I don't know which one was the damaged one. Maybe some units are empty. Oh yeah, this base force, but I don't know if it's a base force. No, these are only engineers. This looks fine. Hard to say which unit lost what. But I have in Singapore roughly 470. So maybe if I repair some stuff, then I'm maybe at a total level of around 500. Let's say this. So I was not able to get here everything in. So I think if you get all of Malaya into Singapore, it's like 800, 900. But I come closer and closer to, I think, Fort level 3. So Fort level 3 should be possible. Fort level 4 is unlikely. But we'll see. I don't know how fast he can rush and cross the river into Singapore. But this will create a shock attack, and you must be prepared for this. I will build up here a fort. I mean, one more block force is here. 150 maybe. In total. 150 maybe here. And 120 are here. So this is a 300. 400 I think is the total maximum if we get really everything to Singapore. Then maybe Britain can have here up to 1000, but realistic is maybe 700, 800. Good. Anyway, so I will block this hex and this hex to interrupt the rail between Singapore, even if Singapore will fall, so that he cannot move easily everything between Singapore and Bangkok. At least I try this. And I build up, of course, Batavia and Surabaya. And I train here non-stop my air wings. I also find the Dutch P-40s and the Dutch, I think, Hurricanes. I don't know, I changed them already. No, some other air wing changed them. So the Dutch have some better aircraft. Here's the Hurricane 2B and some P-40Es. But the number is so small that they will not really change anything. But it's possible to get this. And Burma, Indian looks fine. I can still see no movement out of India. So I don't know if there's this Japanese thrust coming over the mountains. We will see. I try my best to build up a Rangoon. Fort is coming to level 3. I think I can even reach level 4 here. That will help me. I will not fight for Pegu. That is simply impossible. It's clear terrain. But I will try to make a block force here. That if I have these two locations blocked, or at least I try to delay them, because I don't know, I cannot win here, that for sure, but I can try to fight and delay, not only run away. I don't like to run only away. Calcutta looks okay. More base forces arriving here, so I get tons of aviation support and engineers, because Calcutta can never fall. So I must build up here the airfield level 8 and then the fort level 4, or better level 6 even. Because Calcutta is heavy urban, so 4 times. I think even 4 times. Heavy urban is 4 times defense value. Yeah, so it's really easily to defend if you have supplies. and nothing else normally to talk, because I don't encounter enemies behind my lines so far. The early submarine campaign is over. They all consumed their torpedoes, luckily. So now I can ship everything I want around. Mindanao, Pearl Harbor, Manila, still damaged, so I cannot build up any fort. But I try my best. I have nearly maximum stacking limits at Clarkfield, so much more I cannot put in. So 850 attack value. In Manila is roughly 450 maybe soon later. This is all what is possible, and yeah. Good. And China is again not really active, so I hold the line, I don't attack, but I wait and I dig in. If Japan don't achieve anything in China, I think it's latest in summer 42 at burden. Because in summer 42, if no one attack China and push them back, then China will push. And I don't know what will happen. If I can take the central area and have a direct link to Wenzhou, and then maybe we take Canton, that would be a blow. But we will see. Of course, not before summer 42. One last information, I don't know if I talk about this. I have here also my first Chinese P40 wing. I mean, these are nothing else than P40Bs. But you can get them, and then you can use Chinese pilots to fly them. There's 3 air wings you have here at the start. You can convert them to any other air wing. And you can see here that this is now H81A3 is a P40B, is belonging to the Chinese national. So Chinese pilots can use them. But I can change this airframe to everything else. So I can change them to normal P40Bs if I want. But I try something else. I try to build up my P38 Lightning airwing. I have already 15 airframes and more are coming every day. Once I have 27 together, I can change one airwing. Because this you can only change if you have a full airwing, I think. There's some special rules with these airwings. Good, see you next time. Take care, bye-bye.